Hi everyone, and welcome back to another episode of Booze Bites, the show where I teach you how to cook with booze. But not just any booze, we're always using local booze. This time, it's fall outside, the weather is getting a little bit crisp, a little bit chilly, so you know we want to cook something that is super heartwarming and super delicious, so we are making a butternut squash risotto. With that, we are going to be using a dry, hard cider from Woodside Orchard. So in this recipe, typically with any type of risotto, you would use some sort of dry white wine to deglaze the pan. Instead, we are subbing that out for a dry cider, just for something a little bit different. But you know the drill, we have to try the cider before we can cook with it. This is so good. I've had this before. I love the cider. Now the first thing you want to do before we even start thinking about our risotto is deal with this. With this butternut squash, you are going to want to peel it, slice it, scoop out the guts, and then cut it into little cubes and throw it in the oven at 400 degrees for about 20 to 30 minutes. Pull it out, set it aside. I did that a while ago, and I froze it so that I could use the butternut squash at any time. Once you have all of your ingredients prepped, this dish comes together very, very quickly, and it all comes together on the stove. So let's head over there. I'm putting my pot over medium heat. I'm going to throw in some butter, six tablespoons. With that, I am going to add 2 finely chopped shallots, stir that around and let that cook for about 10 minutes until it gets translucent and fragrant. To that, I am going to add my rice. The rice we are using is called arborio. I always have to think a lot about that word before I say it out loud. Arborio rice. This is the traditional Italian rice that's used when you're making risotto. So you are going to add about 1.5 cups of your rice, yes, dry, just like this, to your Dutch oven. Stir that around, let that toast for about a minute. Then to that, we are going to be adding our cider. Now the cider is going to deglaze the bottom of the pan and bring in a little bit of brightness to that dish. You're going to let that cook for about 2 minutes, and then once the alcohol smell has kind of dissipated, you are going to start doing your ladling of broth. This is where risotto comes together. So to the side, I have about 6 cups of vegetable broth that is just warm, it's not boiling. I'm going to add about 2 ladles full of this broth to the rice, stir it around, and keep stirring, not constantly, but every minute or so, until you see that the liquid has been absorbed into the rice. This is going to take 2, 3, maybe 4 minutes until you see that stock get absorbed. Then you are going to repeat the process. Add a few more ladles full of that stock into the Dutch oven. Stir every once in a while, wait till that stock is absorbed, and you are going to continue to do this until you taste your rice and the rice is cooked all the way, almost all the way through. It has a little bit of a bite. It's going to take 20 to 30 minutes to do this. The very last thing that I have to do is grate in about 1 cup of cheese. More cheese. Cooked up some bacon, and on top, just gonna tear a couple pieces. That is it. Let's try it. Oh my God. I know I shouldn't be so surprised, but this is so delicious. It's so fall-y, fall-like, fall equivalent. It's delicious. It's creamy. I love the butternut squash. I'm not a huge fan of the texture of squash, but this breaks down in the risotto completely, so it just adds so much creaminess to it. The cheese adds a little bit of saltiness. It's a really good dish. I love the bacon on top. If you're vegetarian, you don't need to add that though. And I will be making this through the entire cold weather season. So, cheers.